Okay. Boys, can you see the PPT?
No, ma'am.
Boys, can you see the PPT?
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Now we can see.
Now, can you
Yes,
see the
ma'am.
PPT
Yeah,
now?
ma'am.
I think you can see the PPT now. Okay. In today's class, let's see what is batch production. Okay. Um, Now, as we saw already in the last class, what was job shop production? What was job shop production? Job shop production is something in which one workshop is designed to do small jobs, small purpose jobs, then and there where demands are there, right? So in uh, similarly in when we move on to when we move on to batch production, in the batch production, it says that the term itself says that the batch production is something like it's a small production line which is focused on batches, right? When the demand arises for during this time, the production starts and the entire process starts up with the ba- producing products in that particular batch. And the American Production Society has defined it very clearly, saying that as a form of manufacturing in which the job passes through the functional departments in lots or batches, each lot may have different routing, right? So it is basically characterized by the limited number of products produced at regular intervals. The best example will be batch production will be when you're having a particular demand, the entire demand will be taken and the production line will be processed for only during for that producing of the batch, and the next batch you can have some other product coming in the flow line, right? The machines, all that, the process which we may use will be following a similar line, but the products will be different, right? So that's how we term under in the batch production, right? So, best examples. Can you name some examples for batch production? Sai Sumant.
Yes, ma'am.
Sai Sumant, what is batch production?
It's
Examples
type
of
of
a batch
product,
production.
automobile industries or
Alep. Alep.
automobile industries or uh, productions where there's a particular amount of.
Sai Sumant, your voice is not audible, Sai Sumant.
Ma'am, I think there's an issue with yours.
side. Can you check that?
Okay, let's not waste the time. We'll just move down to the characteristics. The characteristic says that batch production is a process in which there will be a shorter production runs when plant and machinery are flexible, right? When plant and machinery are set up is used for the production of item in a batch, right? Similarly, when manufacturing lead time and cost are lower and as compared to the job order production. Is it clear? So these are the basic characteristics for batch production. First of all, it should have a shorter production runs. The plant and machinery should be flexible. And the next point should be this setup production can be used for any number of production processes, right? And when production lead time and cost are lower as compared to the job order production, right? So after having understood for batch production, we'll move quickly to what are the advantages and disadvantages of this batch production. Now, in the batch production, the advantages are better utilization of plant and machinery, promotes functional specialization, cost per unit unit will be lower as compared to the job order production, lower investment in plant and machinery, flexibility to accommodate and process number of products, job satisfaction exists for operators. Limitations will be Limitations will be production planning and control is complex, work in process inventory is higher compared to continuous production, higher setup cost due to frequent change in setup, right? Because if you take the job shop production, there will be a high time lost in changing of the tools or uh, refixing the tools and all, right? So in job batch production, once when the only the only the product will vary, but the process remains the same, right? So in this, the change of tools, all that will be limited. So this is a usually a very much most preferred, the industries would prefer the batch production, because when you have the batch production process, whichever product is demand, you can take such products and produce it in batch, and you can make definitely some kind of profits in batch production. The production suppliers or the organizations would prefer the batch production over the job shop production and your mass production. Is it clear? So next we'll move on to mass production. What is mass production? Anything when we have to produce in excess, we call it as a mass production, right? When there is a huge demand throughout all period of time, when we have the production rates is with requirement is in continuous, then we prefer using the mass production, right? In the mass production, manufacture of discrete parts or assemblies using a continuous process are called mass production. This production system is justified by very large volume of production. The machines are arranged in a line or product layout. Either can be arranged in line layout or either in process layout or in product layout. Product and process standardization exists and all outputs follow the same path. Right? So this is about the mass production. Mass production continuous is basically you can produce parts, discrete parts or assemblies using continuous, which needs to be processed in a continuous process, as called comes under the category of mass production. Whenever there is a large volume of production, then we go with mass production. When will there be a large volume of production? When there is a huge demand, when the product in the market is required by multiple customers, then there will be a huge need for this product, and hence hence the organizers would intend to produce this product in large. For example, if you take the Coca-Cola bottle company, or any let it be Coca-Cola, or let it be Thumbs Up, or let it be Pepsi company, the bottle style, the formatting which is required by the company is always usually it will be it will be usually of the same type, right? So when the bottle size and the dimensions remain the same, the bottle is usually in the continuous requirement of the market. So what they do is the uniform size, the bottle will be in the continuous production, right? So these are the even the nuts and screws, right, which are required by not only one industry, by several automobile industries. All these people will be requiring this kind of product. Hence, this product will be in the continuous supply, and hence they will be undergoing through the mass production. Is there any doubts? People who cannot answer can put on the chat section.
No doubts, ma'am.
If you have any doubts, you can put it in the chat section. Have you followed what is batch production and mass production?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Jain Bansali wants me to go slow. I'm not able to hear your voice, boys. Jayant, you want me to repeat even batch production?
No, ma'am, now it's all fine from the next parts. Can you go a little slow?
Jayant, I'm waiting for a text. Okay. So basically, in the characteristics of mass production will be mass production is used under the following circumstances. What are those circumstances? Standardization of product and process sequences, right? Basically, when you have the product sequence and process sequence is well defined, right? When the layout or when the product layout or the line layout is well defined before we start up the entire setup, right? So if you have that clearly defined, then we can definitely go away with mass production. The next one will be dedicated special purpose. Maybe when there is a need for special purpose machines having high production capacities and output rates, right? So dedicated special purpose machines having higher production capacities and output rates. When you have a higher production capacities and the output rates, that is the out when the output it when your rates are very satisfactory enough, then definitely your output rates will be good enough, right? Then you can have a high production capacities for it, right? Then also we go with mass production. Then next point will be the when you have large volume of products, when the organization itself is very much intended in producing large volume of products, then we would prefer using the mass production, right? The next point will be shorter cycle time of production. When the cycle time of producing one component will should be definitely less, right? When you have a shorter cycle time of production, which in turn makes you to work for shifts, hence we can go with mass production, right? Next point will be when you have the lower in process inventory. When you have lower in process inventory, then we can go with mass production, right? Then nextly, perfectly balanced production lines. Perfectly balanced production lines. Why should we have a perfectly balanced production lines is when our conveyor system, when your flow of materials, when your pellet system, all that are perfectly in balanced condition, then definitely flow of materials, components, parts will be continuous without having any back bottlenecking or without having any backtracking, right? So then therefore we will be there will be a need for having a perfectly balanced production lines. Next we should have a good production planning and controlling, right? There should be having a good production planning and controlling. Then definitely we should have a good material handling system to completely automate the entire system. So these are the characteristics for mass production. What are the characteristics? To brief down everything, we need to have a clear defined sequences of our production lines. We need to have, if we have a dedicated special purpose machines, it should be like, if you can take an example of a CNC lathe. In one CNC lathe it can do several operations like turning operation, threading operation, grooving operation, taper turning operation, right? Such dedicated purpose machines having high production capacities should be utilized for mass production. Then we must have large volume. First of all, the production, when you're defining your objectives for the process, we should definitely have the large volume of products. If there is a need, only then we will go away with mass production. Then we should have shorter cycle time for production. If you have shorter cycle time, then only company can run for 3 shifts or at the maximum 2 shifts. Therefore at the end of the month, when the turnover is there, then the production rate will be higher. Then we can have lower in process inventory. Lower in process inventory. Process inventory I always said that if you have a high, huge inventory, then definitely there will be extra cost for having maintaining this inventory. Therefore, our intention when we have a mass production, the right amount of material should come to the buffer stock, and thereby avoiding the need for inventory, right? Lower in process inventory. Then perfectly balanced production lines, balanced production line is that when the raw materials flow over the conveyors, there should not be any bottlenecks, or there should not be any stopping the entire production line, thereby avoiding us to backtracking. Next one is production planning and control should be very easy. Monitoring the entire system should be made such that should be made very easy, such that the quality checks can be made very easily. And if there is any when the sampling is done, if there is any default or rejection materials is found, it can immediately go with reworking and reusing the material. Then material handling should be made completely automatic. If material handling is made completely automatic, then only our inventory will be in low, right? So definitely this material handling should be completely made automatic. Is it clear now? Am I clear?
Yes.
Any doubts? Any doubts with mass production before I move on with advantages and disadvantages?
No doubt.
Prince Prabhakar, any doubts?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Can you give me the advantages and disadvantages? What and all will be the advantages? Definitely, there will be high rate of productions with reduced cycle time. Capacity utilization will be good due to line balancing techniques. Then you can have less skilled operators here. You'll have low process inventory here. If you know the characteristics, you can very easily define your advantages, right? Then the manufacturing cost per unit will be low, right? These are some of the advantages for mass production. To repeat, higher rate of production with reduced cycle time, higher capacity utilization due to line balancing, less skilled operators are required, low process inventory. Manufacturing cost per unit will be low, right? Similarly, the limitations for uh, mass production will be, if there is a breakdown mass production, we should realize that it is basically the entire, there will be a chaining of the system. If there is any breakage of one machine, definitely the products cannot be immediately moved on to the next machine, because if that job is completed, then only it can move to the next operation, right? So a breakdown one machine can stop the entire production line, right? We have to realize that line layout, if there is any change made in the line layout, it's going to hamper the entire product layout of the system. So we should be very careful while we are bringing about changes in the system. Usually there is a concept of adaptability. When you start defining your product layout, we have to make sure that we have this something called adaptability. That means when you're trying to bring about new changes should be easily acquainted by the new system, right? So we have to be very careful while making any changes in the system. Then definitely when you're going about with this mass production, it will have a high investment, because all these are going to be in a scale of having an automated system. So definitely it will have a high investment. Then when we say that it should have a reduced cycle time, that means maintaining the cycle time is also very much crucial part, because if there is a lag in 1 minute also, then your production cycle will slightly going to increase. If one shift increases by 1 hour, the second shift also is going to exceed by 1 hour, the third shift also should be exceeded. So therefore we should be very careful while fixing our cycle time, right? The cycle time is very, as usual, the cycle time is very slow, so we have to be very careful in meeting our time demands. Is it clear? And next we have continuous production. What is continuous production? It is almost very close example of this mass production. But in continuous production, the production will not be delayed at any point of time. The production will be arranged as per the need of the product, or as per the need of operations only, production operations only. uh, from the first operation to the finished operation. For example, if you take the water treatment plant, so what happens in the water treatment plant? First, the water will go, then it has to be filtered, then it has to be disinfectant has to be added, then the water has to be rechecked, then it has to be supplied, right? So this process is predefined and there is no change in the process, right? This process is going to be continuous, right? In such cases, we make use of these continuous production, right? Similarly, if I take the bread baking industry, or if I take some baking industry, if you think of making the bread, right? So first the flour has to flow in, then the water has to flow in, then it has to knead, right? If the kneading machine is spoiled, then it cannot go with the baking operation, right? Each operation is interdependent with the previous operations, right? So we have to be very careful why we are doing the continuous production system and with the mass production system, because each operations that we follow on are interdependent with the previous machines, right? So therefore this continuous production, as per the definition, it is defined as are arranged as per the sequence of production operation from the first operation to the finished operation. The items are made to flow through the sequence of operation through material handling devices such as conveyors and transfer devices, right? So we can have lot of tray system here, bin system here, we can come across all of these. Any automated industry will come under the continuous production lines. Now, what are the characteristics? Uh, Dedicated plant and equipment with zero flexibility, right? So it has a dedicated plant and equipments once fixed and installed, it will work with the same thing. And the flexibility, it will have a zero flexibility, right? Then material handling will be fully automated, right? There is minimum of human intervention required here, so everything is automated process here. Similarly, process follows a predetermined sequence of operation. Like any automated industry, this is also it has a predetermined sequence of operation. Based on those sequence only, your raw materials will process through so that you can get your product finished, right? Then you have component materials cannot be readily identified with the final product, right? uh, you need to have the prerequisite. Without having the prerequisite, you cannot continue with your production line. That's what is the statement means. And planning and scheduling should coordinate in such a way that whatever you have planned and whatever you have scheduled should go across accordingly. The scheduling process should be such that whatever you have planned for the production, it should execute by the end of 5 hours or 3 hours, and depending upon the timeline. Is it clear? Next, here are the certain advantages and disadvantages of your mass production, continuous production. Now, standardization of product and process sequence, higher rate of production, then higher capacity. If you see mass and continuous production, it always has the same advantages and disadvantages. Higher capacity utilization due to line balancing. Manpower, in this case manpower is not at all required because completely material handling, everything is automated. Persons with limited skills can also be used in the production line. Very few people are also required in our the number of people are also very much limited in the production side, production department. Unit cost will be lower due to high volume of production, right? So these are the advantages of your continuous production, similar to that one of mass production. Mass production and continuous production is almost the same, but only difference is that in continuous production, each operation go with predefined machines and predefined objectives. The flow line is defined. The job that moves from one machine to the other machine are interdependent with the previous machines, right? And the cycle time, all that is very clearly defined with respect to the mass production. Next, we have limitations. The limitations, flexibility to accommodate process number of products does not exist. Flexibility, we have very limited flexibility here, because as in the case of mass production here also, if there is any breakage of one machine or something, the entire system there will be a lag. So therefore the flexibility is very much limited here. It has a very high investment because of setting up of all the flow lines, and product differentiation is limited, right? Since it is a continuous production, at the end of the time you cannot differentiate the product, because all the product after producing happens to fall in the same buffer stock. So these stocks, from these buffer stocks, it will be difficult to differentiate. All will be almost the same product, right? So it is, product differentiation is limited. In case if you want to have, if it is having a small differentiation, if you want to differentiate, then the product differentiation will be limited. Am I clear? Am I clear? I want somebody to talk. Rishi, Chinmay, can
Yes, ma'am.
you
Yes, ma'am.
come on line, please?
Ma'am, I thought you couldn't hear us because that time I tried talking and then you couldn't hear. Hello.
She still can't hear us, I think.
Hello, ma'am. Hello.
No, I am not able to.
Hello.
Okay, quickly I'll take the attendance, and I have posted a set of questions in your Google Classroom. I want you to answer those questions, and next class maybe I'll start with productivity, and we'll start solving some more problems in the productivity. If you have any doubts or something, please post in the chat section, so that I will have, or if I have to continue, or if I have to revisit those uh, PPTs, I will make my point clear. What's today's date? Today is 9th, right? Today is 8th. Sai Sumant,
Yes, ma'am.
please answer yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Sai Sumant, Abhishek GL, Abhishek GL. Okay, kindly please put all your names in the chat section. You all keep posting. I just will check with my connection. Sai Survant, are you there?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, now I'm audible. Abhishek GL,
Yes, ma'am.
Abhishek Narayan, any doubts in today's class? Boys, if you have any doubts, Abhishek Narayana,
Some people left already.
some people already left. Okay, take it from the chat section. I hope everybody has posted your names in the chat section.
Yes, ma'am, we did.
Okay, then you can go to your classroom and you can answer those questions which I've posted there. Okay,
Okay, ma'am.
did you have any trouble in answering the last questions I posted there?
No, ma'am.
No, all of you have answered, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay then. Okay then. I'll stop the class. You can go to the classroom and answer those questions.
Thank you, ma'am.